Redo this. And we're going to launch into the live environment. All right. So we're going to check out the stuff at the Aegis area. And yeah. Enough for the fire. Okay. We are going to Area 18. And we're going to explore the Aegis showroom floor. Shall we? There. Whoa, my bit rate just went down, man. Bit rate just went. Okay. It's another day, another Invictus day. Come on. Open up. Go. By the way, this is my character. He looks very Tom Cruise. Not really, but okay. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Wow, people complaining about Elite in the comments. I hurt myself? I did? Slightly. Yeah, but...
Tram now leaving the station. Stag clear of visitors.
All right, fam. We're back again. Back to the Invictus Hall.
Welcome to Invictus.
Let's see if the halls have changed now for Aegis.
A time-honored tradition since 2541. Invictus Launch Week is an opportunity for the public and the UEE Navy to celebrate the next generation of men and women who are about to join our ranks to defend the Empire, and give you an opportunity to see the latest additions to our fleet of defenders.
Navy forges on the guard. Recruits will push them.
Okay. Right. Mm.
60,000 forms of stimuli on any given day. That much information into your brain. And some people can react a little differently. Desmond Flay, known as to his friends and family, was by all accounts a quiet and respectful human. On March 8th, 2938, gives you more surprises. It's described as a joyride like no other. A high-speed chase in the skies that covered several hundred miles of dense urban airspace.
Professional driver.
In an hour,
You know the Tim.
thousands of adoring fans who watched the authorities scramble to catch him.
That's funny.
But Des saved his best surprise for last.
Be sure to thank Starman today. For centuries, Invictus has been a time for friends and family to come together and celebrate the years of duty, service, and discipline.
When captured, local police asked why he did it. Des reportedly took a look around, smiled, and said,
What?
"See a local ship dealer for financing options. Certain restrictions apply."
That guy's insane. Okay, that was a funny commercial. Alright, we're in Aegis Town now, folks. What we got? Hammerhead, Valiant, All right. Have a look around. So first up, we have the Saber Comet. Standard Saber. Standard Saber. And then Saber Fireburn. Just good looking ship. So, okay. It has Gatlings, which are pretty nice looking. I hope they're not bespoke. I'd replace these with laser repeaters myself. So where's this weapon? So the bespoke rocket launcher, I take it, is... right here. Yeah, it's right here. It's directly underneath the intake of the ship. Pretty interesting. So, okay, what do we have here? Are these just retaliators? The retaliator bomber itself. We know that's not what it is. We have the standard retaliator and then the retaliator bomber. It's a heavy gunship with unlaned space. Okay. So this is the standard retaliator, the base, the one that I own, right? This is the standard retaliator base. Okay. Very cool. Can we go up inside? Oh, yes. Yes, we can. Or not. Go up. I want to go in. Apparently it's not going to let me. It's basically the same. What? Hey now. Does that elevator work? I think it does. It does freaking work. It's freezing a lot. Internet is just bad today. Heroin again. It's hitching a lot. Yeah. A lot. What I want to see, please do. Is on the inside how different this thing is. Okay. So here is the shield generator, engineering access. Oh, shut up. So this is the standard Retaliator, unladen. So it's got this huge negative space in here. What is this? Access only vent. So is this the aft area? Yeah, because there's no. This is the front. Pull up the map. Okay, so. Okay. So on the Retaliator, we can now do a lesson here. This is the fore module, and this is the aft. Okay. Forward. So the aft module. Please come on. Wow, it's hitching bad. Holy shit. Here's the rear end. How do you even access this? I don't know. How do you get in there? Is there a door? Of course there's a door. So this is B-Deck. Honestly, I've never been in a Retaliator. Well, much. I've been in them a few times. Even though I own one. So, how do you get upstairs? Very interesting. So the beds are up here? Why would they be up here in this weird area? Kind of weird. Aren't there fuses in here? I think there's supposed to be fuses on them. But where? So that's the base Retaliator. The bomber is here. Then what is this? So that's the base Retaliator. Here's the bomber. So what the hell is this ship? Is the bomber modules on board? Oh wow, it has a ramp. An elevator actually. What is this? Yeah, I don't remember the Retaliator with freaking, what do you call them? Cargo elevators, do you? You can fit ground vehicles on this. Yeah. Really big ones. That's awesome. So, okay, this is the cargo version of the Retaliator. This is the bomber, and that's the standard across the way. Okay, so 3 module types. Okay, laden, 2 laden, and 1 unladen. Here's the Saber Comet. Basically the same as the standard Comet, but yeah, it's got this funky fractional, yeah, awesome looking thing. Down here. Nothing here. Come on. Yeah, it's hitching up real bad and it's... Okay, down here are the Aegis Nautilus, the Vulcan, which hopefully we get these ships someday soon. I'm hoping. Because the Aegis Nautilus and Vulcan would be awesome. Here's the Vulcan. I own one. It's a repair and rearm ship. Can't even read that because it's frozen. Refuel, repair, rearm. Yep. Then the Nautilus, which will be a someday ship, not anytime soon. Who's this? I don't know that arm. All right. So now this guy comes in. Now we go up. Nice. People complaining about stuff as usual. But, say la vie, that's just how things are. Kinda. Anvil Day will be tomorrow. I'm not expecting anything big from Anvil, but we'll see. Hmm. The Gladius. Well, the Gladius Valiant. I think this is still the Gladius Valiant. Yep. This is the Hammerhead. It's just a huge, enormous ship. This ship is one of the largest player-owned capital ship sub, and the largest currently pilotable ships in game. Well, so yeah, the Hammerhead has its issues. An older ship, but I think this is the docking door. This is one of the turrets. This is one of the turret access hallways. Aren't it? Can't move. So there are 6 turrets here. 1, 2. The bridge is down here. Another turret. Cargo engine room. Bridge is to the right. Bridge. It's here. Oh. I don't believe I'm going in here. This must be the captain's quarters. Yeah, this is the first ship that actually has a captain's quarters that actually looks like a captain's quarters. Yeah, it's right dead smack in the middle of the ship, which makes sense. Where are the crew quarters? I have not been on a Hammerhead in a long time. Come on. Seriously? Okay. Hammerhead. It calls this an unnamed area. So it's got 2 levels and below. One of the few ships that actually have depth. Whoa! What? My temperature from what? That's new. Here's the crew. This is the crew. Tail turret. And the cargo bed, which for the Hammerhead is actually reasonably long. I think it can hold some odd number of cargo. It also has a docking collar. Kind of weird, but yeah, it's just how this ship's designed. Oh, what's over here? Yeah, there's a lot of hitching up. So we visited this end of the hall. Right. Where's the map? One thing I could do is play around with my Retaliator when I get a chance. Damn it. Oh, my. It's a good thing, though, I at least bought the 2 modules.
For their combat search and rescue training, they are some of the few non-Marine military personnel who are invited to train with the Marines on the hostile environments of Corrin.
Here's the Vanguard room. Vanguard Redeemer room. So we have the Warden, which is the troop carrier version, which is the heavy fighter. No, the Warden's the heavy fighter. We have the Sentinel, which is the interdictor. The basically, what is this? What a gun. The hoplite, which is a drop ship. Look at that gun up front. That's brand new. When did they swap them out for these big guns?
Operations over the vast
They got rid of the nose. Well, no, they didn't. They swapped them out.
including some models made for the private sector.
And the Harbinger, this massive bomber. What are these guns, though? They're made by Asperia, so I'm thinking they're those big flat cannons, maybe? And then we have my friend Joy, my favorite ship in the game, and the bane of certain content creators, the Aegis Redeemer. This ship is my personal favorite destroyer ship that I roll out to crush my enemies. Fully crewed, the Redeemer can be a dangerous threat. A lot of people underestimate the Redeemer. They're like, it's half the firepower of the Hammerhead. Well, yeah, but it's also faster than the Hammerhead and can outmaneuver the Hammerhead. So it can actually punch pretty high above its weight class compared to some ships.
Although Invictus is a celebration of the men and women who are about to ship off to begin their training, Launch Week not only provides an opportunity to celebrate our recent graduates, but also gives our active
Okay, what have I looked at?
much needed recreation.
I looked at this.
Be sure to thank a staff today.
Oh, okay. I have missed the Titan room, which is across the way. Right. There's other ships here because Aegis is such a huge manufacturer. Yeah, Aegis is such an unbelievably large manufacturer. So, it's not over here. That's the exit. It's gonna be straight across. Now, for people just starting out, there's a ship I recommend here from this manufacturer all the time to everybody. People could say, well, the Cutter's nicer. Well, the Cutter is Drake, and it's fugly. I love the don't get me wrong, I love the Drake Cutter, but it's fugly. It is ugly. So, we're gonna go this way.
Launch Week not only provides an opportunity to celebrate our recent graduates, expanding their roster of Aegis ships in
Yeah. That's why we're having so many issues. Look at all the NPCs. Holy sheesh. What is this, a photo op?
Although Invictus is a celebration of the men and women who are about to ship off to begin their training, Launch Week not only provides an opportunity
Okay, here's the Eclipse. It's a stealth bomber. I think. Yeah, the Aegis Eclipse is a bomber. Stealth bomber. Now here's the beginner ship. Everybody should have at least one of these. The Avenger type. It's good. It's a loyal friend. It has served many a pilot well. It's got this 8 SCU internal cargo. pretty much.
The truth is, with the variety of operations over the vastness of the Empire, the Navy utilized a variety
Up
of
front,
ships, including submarines.
it has a full interior and a cockpit. Stocked. 2 size 1 shields. If I remember my stats. 2 size 3 guns and 1 size 4 weapon. So it's not underwhelming armor. For a ship this size, it actually has some pretty good armor and weaponry. After the base Titan, you have the Warlock, which is the MP variant. Swaps out the cargo bay for an electromagnetic pulse generator that will shut down enemy ships. Then after that, you have the Avenger Stalker, which is still a good ship, but it's used by the Advocacy
Better understanding of what they have to look forward to in naval service.
It's used for interception and bounty hunting. And then after that, we have the Titan Renegade, which pays tribute to an advocacy agent. So, yeah.
The latest line of defenders from Aegis Dynamics have already been battle tested throughout the Empire and beyond. With that kind of success, it's no wonder
So,
they've expanded their roster of Aegis ships.
Before we leave, here's the Starman dress uniform. Here's the Recon armor, which you can buy in game from stores. The medium armor and the heavy armor. But I want to know where to buy this. And the dress uniform. It'd be
Though
cool.
not nearly at the numbers that our UEE Army brethren or their friends and family, Navy maintains and better understand versatile what we have to look forward to in naval service.
Pretty interesting, really. He just has a ton of ships. Not all of them great. Well, a lot of them are pretty good, but yeah. Wow, there's a lot of teleporting today. Huh. Now, what I want to see... That pretty much covers Aegis Day, pretty much.
time-honored tradition since 2541. Invictus Launch Week is an opportunity for the public and the UE.
All right. So before I leave you all today, before some of you might be new, some of you might not be. I'm going to oops. All right. Before I forget. We're gonna check the store one last time, see if I missed anything, but I doubt I did. I firmly doubt. Just remember this stuff shifts. I think anywho, if you're looking to get a friend a new package, this is a pretty good one for 56 bucks just to get into the game. I'm not encouraging them to spend a lot of money. The Avenger Titan Invictus pack. I really don't recommend the other ships because they're small and stuff. What amazes me is that the Javelin and Idris are already sold out. They're already gone. I mean, they literally lasted maybe about 20 minutes or so. Maybe. If that. It's almost funny. Kind of a slow day, too. So, honestly, though, a lot more stuff is coming into the game. The only thing I see of value to buy today, if you have the money, would be this Retaliator with all modules thing. I would buy this if I had the money, honestly. It has not only the flyable modules right now, but it also has the concept modules that I don't think have been sold ever again. But then again, you'll be able to buy these modules in game probably fairly soon. Still, I mean, totally up to you. Oh, right. Something else to cover. Who in the world? Hold on just a minute. Okay, so it looks like the information for the Firebird release. So let's go back here. We're going to look at that really quick. The Q&A for the Aegis Saber Firebird. Let's see what they say about it. It's got quite a few things. So, okay. With this being the third Saber variant to enter the lineup, why would someone choose the Firebird over another variant? Given the exclusive nature of the Raven, most players have only had access to the base Raven Saber. So between that and the Firebird, the main decision is how they want to engage in combat, as the Firebird prioritizes missiles over guns. The Firebird is a similar, different silhouette to the base Saber. Does this provide advantages or disadvantages in signature flight capability? The Firebird shape provides a different cross-section compared to base Saber, but IR and EM-wise are very similar given the very near identical base component loadout. However, the, what is it? Firebird's performance and handling characteristics are closer to the Raven. How does the Firebird compare to ships like the Gladiator, Talon, Shrike, Fury MX, and other missile focus? Thanks to its 12 size 3 missiles, it sits firmly in the upper end of those ships in terms of total damage output. And while having an identical loadout to the Shrike, the Firebird benefits from being able to fire more missiles in a single salvo. Does it have any personal storage? Yes, it has an externally accessible personal storage and a weapon rack. Good. Can the missile racks be replaced with smaller racks to provide a larger number of missiles? It is bespoke. 12. It cannot be adjusted. That's kind of a bummer. However, the missiles can be changed. It's designed as a medium fighter interceptor. As such, it's designed to combat similarly sized fighters, though its missile loadout provides extra punch against slightly larger ships. Like the Raven, it is tuned more toward intercepting, so sacrifices some agility for improved straight line flying. Can it be converted? No, the ship has unique bespoke items, such as its missile launcher and EMP are not interchangeable. And are the paints compatible? Yes, they are. Okay. Well, it is interesting. What is this ship it's launching out of? I'm kind of curious about that. That's kind of odd. All right. Yeah. So it's definitely entertaining. Yeah. This Saber Firebird's kind of a funky looking chicken. I don't know. I mean, it's debatable how useful it will be, but I don't know. I mean, somebody might be able to get use out of it. Kinda, maybe. This week's gonna be interesting. That's for sure. What I'm curious about all right, before I call it today, I am gonna double check YouTube to see if I've missed anything. Let's see, Star Citizen. So, there's some medevac. I'm gonna rewatch the Invictus Q&A at the very end of it.
That absolutely legitimately happened. That reaction was very real.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. What are we doing? Hi, welcome to Star Citizen Live, the Invictus All Vehicles Q&A. I'm your host, Jared. Because of how they're looking through it through the lens of Star Citizen today. But they are making decisions, laying the groundwork for Star Citizen of tomorrow and the day after and the day after. So remember Death of a Spaceman. You can still read an excellent write-up of it on the website. It's still pretty accurate. I think we're about due for an update. Actually, I'll talk to Rick about that and what the current intention of design for that is. I mean, we do have a big CitizenCon event. Maybe we'll do it there. That's not a promise. That's literally just me thinking off the top of the head that might be a good topic for there. But yeah, keep that in mind, and that's coming. That's on its way. If that affects your purchase, if you don't want, just consent. Know that that's on its way before you buy, and enjoy getting back into the fight even quicker and more consequence-free for the time being. But that change is coming, so remember that. All right, let's do that. Whew. All right, we've made people sit through 55 minutes of this. We put up a thread at the beginning of the week, collecting questions from the backers, and every single one. There were a couple outliers, and we worked them into the first half of the show. But almost every question was, "Where's my spaceship? Where's this? Where's that? Where's this other thing?" Stuff like this. So we have a pretty big reveal and stuff. But I want to talk about it. Set this up. Let's just talk about what's in the current pipeline. So that's really what it is, because to be quite frank, if it's not in the current pipeline, if it's not being actively worked on right now, the answer is it's not being actively worked on. So we're going to talk about what is being actively worked on, and instead of sitting here for the next 15 minutes and saying, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, we're going to tell you what is being actively worked on, and you can infer that if your favorite ship name wasn't in that list and wasn't in this discussion that's about to happen, that it's not being actively worked on, and it will when we have time in the schedule and resources to tackle it. So John, Ben, whomever, no, let's make Corey do it. No.
Don't make on the spot, Corey.
What's actively in development?
Right. So if you go back and look at the CitizenCon presentation we did, we had a sort of teaser video. There was 10 ships in there. We're, 6 months past CitizenCon now? 6 months to the next one. We're halfway through those ships now. So the 5 that have not been released from that video, they're all in production. Yep, they're all in production now. With the exception of the Legionnaire, they should all be within that 12-month window. Legionnaire, again, is going a bit further just because of gameplay. The gameplay teams can't support us for when we wanted to do it originally, which is fine. But there is also a lot more than that. When we did that video, people didn't know about the Sulun as well. So Santok Yai, X1s, Spirits, Hornet Mark IIs, Nursa. Nursa was in there. Firebird wasn't in there. So that wasn't like, here's 10 ships, these are the only 10 ships that we're delivering. We're doing more than that on the sly as well.
Okay. So of ships that people know about, obviously some of those ships we haven't revealed yet. We're not going to sit here and reveal a ship that hasn't been revealed on the show. But of the ships that people know about, right now, they have a name and they're aware it existed. Maybe they've pledged for it.
There's 2 from that video, and they're pretty much the 2 that people know about now. First one is the Zeus. So the Zeus ES is coming at 4.0. We did the Lod Zero gate review for that yesterday.
So that was the one that Montreal have kind of been working away since they've kind of moved on from the cutters. And yeah, just passed Lod Zero gate review. Smashed it. It's looking so good. So very, very excited to get that one.
It's one of those ones that looks so terrifyingly good, you then have to go look at all the other things that and go, oh, we need to...
We showed it to Chris last week, I think it was, and he was like, oh, it's setting new standards. And we're like, that's really, really good. It's a bit scary, but really, really good. So yeah, very, very happy with it.
So the Zeus is in development?
The Zeus ES is in development. That will come first at 4.0. The CL is coming after that, and then the MR will come a bit later.
Okay. I know we're working on a couple variants of existing ships. I think Brand approved us to reveal that there's another...
There's another Sabre, probably the one that people thought the Firebird was going to be. It's that. That should be soon, TM. Not giving dates. And then, there's some of the other recent releases will be getting some variants.
Okay. There's a lot of resource network stuff going on that's taking up a whole lot of your time. There's going through and retouching every single spaceship that's currently in game. Not all at once. You've got your top 10.
So
that you're working on?
It's going in 2 different parts. Like I was saying before, we can't partially do it. It's a whole new system for how resources get transported around the ship. So we can't have some doing it and some not. It's straight up a redo of the system. It would make no sense for some ships to use it and some not. They just wouldn't interact correctly with each other. So we've taken the most popular multi-crew ships, and they have got a full resource network pass where we've physicalized all the components inside the ship, so they're all physically there. They can be opened up, you can see them, you can repair them, whatever. That's with the top 10, not top 10, it's the most popular. It was the top 10, but some of them are variants of each other, so we've just taken the most popular ones. And everything else still needs a base level pass for resource network to actually allow them to function. So it's changes to their loadouts, adding the relays, and then making sure that they actually function, because we've got to remove the pipe system. We're also using it as an opportunity, what we mentioned at CitizenCon, where we talked about why the Zeus had way more shield generators than everything else. We're actually using 4.0 as the opportunity to do those changes. So there's a huge amount of changes to other ships as well with their component numbers and sizes and things. The ones mentioned before, that will all be physicalized. The others, they won't be physicalized, so they'll be invisible inside the ship, but you'll still be able to change their loadouts and things. But that's not all for 4.0. We're also having to support other features that are coming online. I won't go into too much details because it's other feature teams, but it's huge sweeps across all of the ships, and we need to get all that stuff delivered, because as we've had the stuff that everyone saw at CitizenCon come down into the PU, it doesn't just magically work. We need to actually go in and change the ships to actually get them to work with that. So we did the markup pass for all of the mini maps inside the ship, so you know, get a nice map when you bring it all up. But like, this is all extra stuff that we spend time and takes resources to do.
Right. So the Zeus.
Yes.
The 2 of the Zeuses this year.
Yes.
The two of the Zeuses this year. That's not an easy thing. A couple variants of existing ships. Obviously, the brand new vehicles that folks can always expect to come through a thing that we're not going to spoil here. all that work going back and touching the existing ships and preparing them for Resource Network. Some of them need their gold standard in order to come up for the Resource Network. That doesn't sound like a whole lot of backlog coming. There's something big on the backlog that's taken up a lot of resources.
Maybe missing about 8 artists worth of resources.
Okay. Now, what's the big thing on the backlog that's coming this year, though?
The Polaris is coming.
Saying it very quietly.
Yeah.
Saying it very quietly.
It's the Polaris. Although people have obviously seen the teasers and trailers, and the outside looks very, very nice, but that's because that's what we focused on. That one had some of our most talented artists on it to try and get it to a highest possible standard in time for the flyby and everything. Big shout out to all of our art team that's been putting so many hours into it.
I think like Alex, Dan, Lloyd, all kind of smashed that exterior. Obviously, we've only shown the exterior, or are only showing the exterior so far. The exterior, we've kind of it technically is in grey box, but obviously visually it's far.
We're
beyond
not
that.
talking about the flyby in Invictus. There's a bunch of chat saying, didn't we already know that? No.
Oh, sorry. I know. We're
There's a
talking
flyby at
about
Invictus.
the actual
The
release as
exterior.
well. Yeah. So we're not. We haven't just made the exterior and gone.
We're talking
Here it
about
is.
full flight ready.
Yep.
Yep.
Released to the backers.
Yep.
They can fly it and use it
Yep.
this year.
Yep.
Yes.
When?
Which one of the camera? I'm going to recreate what we'd filmed for ISE that's now redundant.
That one. You're looking at
This
it now.
one.
That one.
So the Polaris is going to be flight ready, fully released at IE this year.
So IAE this year, not 4.0,
Not 4.0.
but
IE.
whatever the patch
Whatever,
number
yeah.
for Invictus is.
Yeah.
And you're ready to go on record for that.
I think
What
I
happens
just
if
did.
you don't make it?
It will come out at IE.
What happens if you don't make it, Ben?
Well, he's my boss. It will come out at IE.
All right. So,
Sorry, just before. Also, massive shout out to all the interior guys as well, because we've got a whole other bunch of artists that are smashing the interior. It's not at the level where we wanted to show it yet, but yeah, they are ploughing through that work, and it's gonna be great.
It's a big ship, so a lot of rooms.
Yeah.
you'll see a bit of the interior gray box on ISC
Oh, of
next
course.
week.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you'll see the current status of the interior gray box on ISC next week. But yeah, IAE this year, obviously that's a huge undertaking. Mark, you're going to be a meme after this week's show of just saying it's a lot of work, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of work. The Polaris is a lot of work.
It's taken up almost half of the UK art team?
Yeah, just under half the UK art team
Yeah.
have been focusing on it.
So literally to get it done this year, that's half the UK art team on it to get it done.
We've absorbed it, as they like to say in the industry. Yeah,
There you go.
Yeah.
You've absorbed the additional thing.
So we've made some efficiencies elsewhere. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, massive ones
Massive
actually.
Shout out to Guillaume and the Montreal Tech Tools team for giving us auto lods.
So to summarize for folks before we sign up, we're a few minutes over. Ships in active development. The Polaris,
Yep.
the two of the Zeuses, the
ES and the CL.
the one start with the L, not the Liberator, the
Legionnaire.
Legionnaire.
Yeah.
Saber variant.
Well,
Some variants that you don't know about, and some new ships you don't know about. But as far as the ships that you know about and stuff, those are the ones in active development. Everything else has no update to provide for you right now. That's just me being real with you, and being honest with you, and hoping you'll appreciate it. So, guys, thank you. Thank you so much. Obviously, you've got your work cut out with you with getting the first. I know we refer to the 890 as a capital ship and stuff like this, but I feel like there's something we can argue till the cows come home over what's a capital ship. The Polaris is going to be the first kind of, nobody can argue that that's not.
Combat capital ship.
yeah, it's got all the capital ship features that it needs to be capital.
Yeah. So you got a big task ahead of you this year. You're going to do it. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here on the show with us this week. I know these aren't always the easiest things to get through. I appreciate you taking the tough questions and allowing me to put them towards you. Folks, if you haven't, check out this week's ISC. It revealed the brand new Sabre Firebird, which looks super cool, and the new NERSA. we all like that name. We're going to
Yeah,
stick
that's
with
us. The
I'm not
new
sure
NURSA.
about it myself.
When you dine it, it's
Medivac,
nice.
that's debuting at this year's Invictus. Come back next week. Next week's ISC is part 2 of the Invictus. We're revealing a brand new concept vehicle that's coming up on at Drake Defense Con. I think I can. I already said it, so it doesn't really matter whether I could say it or not.
It's spot now, Jared.
Yeah, it's really cool though. Like I'm absolutely in love with it. I was just talking to Gav about it all weekend at Beacon about it. And then of course we will take that inside look.
Hopefully not too loudly.
What?
Talking to Gav all weekend at Beacon about it. Hopefully it wasn't too loud a conversation.
No.
Okay.
And then of course
Megaphones.
we'll take a look at the current inside gray box progress of the Polaris that you'll see flying around at this year's event. So for John, for Mark, for Ben, for Corey, I'm Jared. Take it easy, everybody. Did you break it?
Don't know.
Okay.
Can you still hear me?
We'll see you later. Everybody. Take care.
Bye.
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 Let's watch the Sabre Firebird commercial and see if it'll make us spend money. Honestly, that was a cool commercial for a Aegis ship. Yeah, honestly, not too bad. I mean, I've seen worse. Definitely. I wanted to be on longer today, but unfortunately, my day is coming to an end. I have appointments later in the day. I'm going to find something for us to talk about really briefly, and then I'm unfortunately going to have to, well, get off here. It sucks too. Because interesting. right? So don't forget, the next day that'll be out will be Aegis. So, no, Aegis was today and tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Thursday, Friday will be Anvil. Thursday and Friday of this week will be Anvil. And yeah. Saturday and Sunday, yeah, will be Drake Defense Con. There's apparently supposed to be some sort of big reveal for Drake. I don't know what it is. Could be anything, but we'll see. I hope you're still there, Brian. At least. Super quiet around here today. Yeah. So, ouch. Just kicked my foot. That freaking hurt. I don't know what the new concept's supposed to be. I have a couple of theories. But if we look at the page, no, for this week in Star Citizen. Yeah. Which would be... here it is. That's a good shot of the Polaris, too. Just look how big this behemoth is compared to everything around it. Okay. Tuesday, we just read this, the Q&A for the Saber Raven. We also will be seeing our new concept for Drake at Defense Con, which will be at the end of the week, and a grand tour of the interior of the Polaris. That's in 48 hours. So, yeah. Friday on SCL, they'll be on members of the vehicle team to answer aspects, including the upcoming engineering, newly released master modes, ground vehicle improvements, ongoing balance work, and more. Yeah, a lot of people aren't happy that they didn't answer questions from last week. I don't blame them one bit. kind of felt like they were just going through the motions, kind of. Me. Last week kind of angered me. Normally, I'd let it roll off my back, but yeah, last week didn't sit super well with me at all. For whatever reason. All right. Well, let's see who is currently streaming right now that I can give a. Reed Burks. I have an appointment here in about an hour to go to, sadly. So I'm going to have to leave you folks. I'm going to raid on Twitch. Captain Burks. Oops. I guess I can't. Try Dark Claw then. Really? That's kind of odd. Can I raid anybody? Raid Subliminal then. That's weird. Huh. That was super weird, but okay. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. You have a great day, folks.